All right, when factoring this polynomial, you can use the AC method. So multiply 3 times 7 gives you 81. Two things that multiply to 81 and add to negative 18 will be negative 9 and negative 9. So this is set up perfectly. So then I group these two and I group those two. Make sure when you group them, some people put brackets in, but I like put the squares at the bottom just for this negative sign, because that negative sign I'm going to have to fight with. So out of the first two, I can factor a 3 and a y, leaving me with y minus 3. Out of the second one, I can take a 9 out, but because that's a negative, I'm going to take a negative 9 out. Okay, so if I divide a negative 9 by both, it's y. 27 divided by a negative 9 would be a negative 3. Now the two match up, so I can factor the y minus 3 out the front, and then I have 3y minus 9. Now notice in this one that you can continue and you could factor a common 3 out, which you need to do to completely factor it. So I could factor a 3 out, and I'd be left with y minus 3. So I could rewrite that as 3 times y minus 3 times y minus 3, where since those factors are the same, I could go 3 times y minus 3 squared. Now another thing I could have done right off the bat, if you can do a common factor with this one at the end, you probably could have factored out something right off the bat. So I'm going to try that. With this first one, I'm going to factor a 3 out, leaving me with y squared minus 6y plus 9. And now this is a factor where there's nothing in front, so I can just say two things that multiply to 9 and add to negative 6. So they're both going to be a minus 3, and I have the 3 out front. So you notice that both answers are the same. This way might have been a little bit quicker, but it's sometimes hard to recognize that each one of those terms you can take a common factor out. Hopefully that helps you with that one.